Hello and welcome to Katrinas Creations. It is our Saturday video. I've gotten a bit done this week. I have no finished objects, but I do have a humongous work in progress. I started hooking together because Vlogmas starts next month, and I will be opening a lot of mini skeins to make more of these hexagons with. So I thought, well, let me get started with putting some of them together. So I'll just hold this up. I have 4 rows, 1, 2, 3, yeah, 4 rows. They are 20 hexagons across because we have a king-size bed. So here we go. This bottom row here is attached, but it's not sewn like in between yet. This is going to take a huge amount of hexagons in order to do this. Because I will insert some footage. Right before I filmed this, I put this on our bed to see if the width that I had come up with was right, and it actually is. So far we're good width-wise. So I will insert that clip so you can take a look at what it looks like on the bed, as well as the quilt that I made that's on there. So this is a king-size bed. This is a quilt that I made quite a few years ago. I haven't quilted since because it's king-sized and I did not have a quilting frame. I just had a quilting hoop, so I kind of worked from the center out. I'll give you a little close-up of it. Some people call it a bear claw pattern. I call it the maple leaf because it looks like a maple leaf and that looks like the stem. And I did it in fall colors. So we pull this out in the fall and the winter, and then I have a store-bought bedspread that I use during the rest of the year. But I wanted to try out so far the hexagons that I've got to see whether it's going to fit, whether I estimated well enough. I have 20 going across. So you can see it hangs down a little here. A king-size bed is about 7.5 feet across. And it hangs down here. So it looks like the width is good, but I've got an awful long ways to go. So in case you guys want to be nosy, because I know I would, I want to show you the back of this. I'm happy with how it looks so far. I have been weaving in the ends as I go, and a lot of times, well, here's one I missed. You know, like this one I'll have to weave in, but sometimes if it's one along an edge right here, when I am like attaching it, I'm able to crochet it right in. And I'm doing this by slip stitch, and then I'm doing like a single crochet at the join spots. So I'm not sewing this, because to do something this long, I would have like yards and yards of thread to have to pull through for everything. That would have been crazy. So yeah, I have been doing, I debated doing a single crochet all the way through, but I'm afraid that it would make it too, the join parts too puffy. So for the most part, it is just pulling through in a slip stitch and pulling through in a slip stitch. Like I said, except for where I've got joins, and that one I'm giving it a little more oomph or strength. So there I'm doing a single crochet. But yeah, so it's turning out so far so good. I think, well, all total here I have 80 of the hexagons, and so that is not quite half of what I already have made. I have about 100, I think it's around 185 made so far. So I have enough to do another like 4 rows, but I'm hoping in between there I'll get started. Once Vlogmas gets going, I'll have some more yarn to be dealing with, and some other colors, because that's the one thing I am trying to be careful of, because I don't want to have all of one color at one end of the blanket and other end colors at the, I want it to be like really spread out well. So yeah, that's my one work in progress. My other is my cardigan that I have been working on, and this is called the February Ladies Cardigan. It is a free pattern. I started skein number 3 this week, and I put a marker so you could see where I was at. So here's the top of the sweater, And these tied off sections are the sleeves. Here is the lace portion, and that's where I was last week. So I've done several repeats. Each repeat's about 4 rows. So I've done a few there. We had our car in for repair, so I took this with me, and I sat there and worked on it and drank hot chocolate because I was cold while I was waiting for our car. And it was funny because the lady who came out to tell me the car was ready was a crocheter, and there was another lady that was sitting in there that was also a crocheter, so we all chatted a little bit while we were waiting for our cars to get done, and while she was, the girl who worked there was busy waiting on people. She had to come over and see what I was making. So yeah, that's what I've been working on this week. So what have you been working on? So I want to say thank you again to everybody who contributed to Show and Tell. It's been really good the last couple weeks because we've had lots of things to show you all. If you'd like to contribute to Show and Tell, you can do anything. It doesn't have to be knitting or crochet. It doesn't need to be a brand new finished project. It can be just about anything you would like that is craft-wise that you'd like to share with us. If you would like to submit something, you can contact me over at KatrinasCreations@yahoo.com, and you can just send me an email there with some pictures, or you can send, you can post it on my Facebook page, which is Katrina Knits. And if I see it over there and it's posted on my page, I assume it's okay to use. So if things look a little slightly different this week, I got some new glasses. These are very, very similar to the ones I had before. They just are a little bigger this way, and they don't have anything on the side here. And I got them from America's Best. So they were running a special, your eyeglass appointment and your exam, and 2 pairs of glasses with progressive lenses, which I have to have the progressive lenses. I cannot do the bifocals with lines. I tried it one time. I had so many headaches, and I could not, my eyes just could not adapt to them. So I have to have the progressives. And yeah, so anyway, they were running a special for $159. You got the exam and 2 pairs of glasses that were progressives. So I got 2 pairs of glasses. So this is the one pair. And then I'll take that one off. And here is the other pair. These are kind of a brushed gold. So just for something a little different, I thought it would be kind of fun. So yeah, so I have 2 different glasses to choose from all the time. So yeah, real happy about that. So I'll put my other ones back on. I mean, it doesn't really matter. These are kind of a, you can see them, they're kind of like a brushed gold. They're not like shiny, kind of a matte. So I thought that would be nice for something different, especially if I'm wearing something that's got like gold earrings and things like that. So that was my latest acquisition this week. Not yarn related, but my acquisition this week. So if you missed yesterday's video, it was a crochet tutorial on putting picot edging on a project. So if you missed that and you would like to check it out, you can click the link right here and that'll take you over to it. So this week's video on Friday is going to be me sorting through things for our last craft fair. It is a Christmas craft fair. It's in the middle of December, but there's a lot going on in December, and I'm going to be filming Vlogmas as well. So I want to go through, sort it, and make sure I've got all my signage and everything, and try to put everything how I'm going to have it set up. So that will be Friday's videos. I will be kind of going through and figure out what I'm exactly going to take, because we have limited space. So make sure you stay tuned on Friday. Also, if you haven't already, please click that little red subscribe button down below, because the next, when we hit the next 100 subscribers, we will be doing a yarn giveaway, and we're very close. When I looked this morning, I think we were 23 people away from hitting the next 100. So if you haven't already, click that little subscribe button. And if you give me a thumbs up, it really does help the YouTube analytics, and it just kind of drives people over to look at the channel. So if you can do that, I really do appreciate it. It really does help out. So now it's time for, and in our Come and Get It section today, there are, with this being here in the US, we have Thanksgiving coming on Thursday. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody ahead of time. But we have Black Friday sales, which Black Friday is the day after Thanksgiving, and it's generally when all of the retailers try to get out of the red, which means out of debt, and they try to make their profit. So black meaning out of the negative and into the positive as far as their incomes go. So there's usually a lot of really good sales. But over the years, it's funny, Black Friday keeps getting pushed back to like Black Friday week, and it runs the whole week. And then you have Cyber Monday, which is all online sales. It's crazy. They're all trying to basically make a profit by the end of the year is what it comes down to. So I'm hoping to have more sales. I'm going to tell you what I've got right now. And if I run into more sales as the week goes on, I will put out little videos and let you know what those are, so you can take advantage of them, because I am a yarn enabler. But anyway, don't we all love yarn, and could we ever have enough? So we'll get started. All of the links below to these sales are down below in the description box. Just click the bold word more. It'll open up and they're all down below. They're alphabetically. And if there's a code needed, I put the code in right next to it too, so you can remember it. You don't have to remember it. It'll be right down below for you. So we have Lion Brand is offering through the weekend 30% off of yarning kits. No coupon code needed that I could find. Knit Picks, they are offering a 30% site-wide sale. Now it does exclude their clearance, but a site-wide sale, and it runs until the end of this month. So it runs until December 1st. You do need to use a coupon code 11 Black Friday 25 to take advantage of that. So that is site-wide, not just yarn, that's tools, accessories, all that kind of stuff. Lovecrafts, they have their paint box yarn Simply DK on sale for $2.20. They have other sales too, but that's the one that kind of caught my attention. And then we come to Premier Yarn. Premier is running a bunch of good stuff right now. They are running, they have a yarn brand called Reply. It is I believe it was a DK weight. It's 50% recycled acrylic, 30% recycled cotton, and 20% recycled polyester. And it's on sale for $2.49. But along with this, I mean, you could put any pattern with this. You don't need to use the Reply yarn. They have 5 free patterns using that specific yarn. One of those patterns was a vest, and one was a crocheted pullover. I think the vest was knitted, and I think the pullover was pullover was crocheted. But they were really nice looking patterns. So, and they're free. So that's over on Premier. They also, I went looking through some of their yarns to see what kind of deals they had. They had their Premier Basics DK, which is a 100% acrylic. It's a DK weight, so that's like a number 3 weight. It was $2.99 a skein. They had Bloom DK in the color Sea Holly for $5. Bloom is one that as you knit or crochet, it automatically forms a pattern because of the way they dyed the yarn. If you knit it specifically, it shows up looking like little flowers, which is why it's called Bloom. I don't think it's quite as obvious when you crochet it, but when you knit it, it shows up like little flowers. It kind of looks like Fair Isle knit without Fair Isle knitting, so it's pretty. They also have an entire bag of chenille yarn. It's called Stash Gold Chenille. That's the fuzzy yarn that you make amigurumi, not the velvety yarn, but the fuzzier yarn. It's 500 grams of yarn. That's a lot of yarn for $4. So yeah, if you were buying it in 100 gram skeins, that is like 75 cents per skein. It's a really good deal. I'm not sure what colors are available. I didn't look that far into it, but it's like a huge bag of chenille yarn. They also have a value bag of acrylic. It's called Value Bag Acrylic DK for $3. And it was a bag of acrylic DK yarn. And then they also had cotton gold bag, and it was 5 skeins of yarn. It was cotton yarn, of course, you know, cotton gold. Yeah, it was cotton yarn. 5 skeins for $6. So again, that's less than $1 per skein. So those are some really good deals when you like buy in bulk, but I mean, $6 for 5 skeins of yarn, you can't go too far wrong. So if you're into making dishcloths and things that you need cotton yarn with, that might be one worth checking out, as well as the other bagged yarn. So I will put the links down below so you can check them out. So those are the sales that I know of for this week. I'll let you know if I run across any other ones. Otherwise, thank you for watching. Happy Thanksgiving. I will see you on Friday and then again on Saturday. Bye, everybody.